Hey guys, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately about acquiring large sums of ammunition. And I mean buying, a box a week, or maybe a box of two different sizes of ammunition per week for however long I feel that it'll take. Um, I have three firearms that I use. I just recently just traded one. I have a 9mm, I have a 223, and I have a 12 gauge. Oh, and I have a 380. Forgot about the little one. But realistically, the two that I probably want to collect the most ammunition on is going to be my 9mm and my 223. But then the question comes, what kind of ammunition do you take, or what kind do you collect? Do you get FMJs, the Full Metal Jacket? I think this is a UMC 9mm, 115 grain target round. I think I bought it a box of 250 for $60 or something from Bass Pro. Do you collect a little bit of everything and maybe include some shot shell style ammunition? Do you do a hollow point? But if you collect hollow points, do you get the steel casings because you can get twice as much for the same price? Or do you go ahead and go all out and maybe, I don't know if this is a Golden Saber. I think this is actually a Hornady critical defense round. But do you go ahead and just buy the nice hollow points? You know, my question basically is I've seen people say I have 15,000 rounds of 9mm, but when they pull it out, it's Full Metal Jacket. Okay. Now, I know that they're looking at more of a SHTF situation or a WROL situation, and that may be where it really comes down to, but if that were to happen, if it was a WROL situation, would you want a hollow point or would you want an FMJ, a Full Metal Jacket? I've thought a lot about it, and I really can't decide what I would want. I can buy a whole lot more Full Metal Jackets for the same price that I can, a box of hollow points. But realistically, a hollow point does more damage. So, which one do you buy? And this isn't to criticize anybody for choosing one style or the other. To each his own. This is more of just a discussion video. I want to kind of stir up a few thoughts on what everybody thinks. In your opinion, what do you think you would take with you in a WRL situation? Do you take some birdshot, 12 gauge, or some buckshot? You can buy a whole lot of birdshot for the same box of buckshot. So, it's just a question of what style ammunition does everybody feel is the appropriate, ammo to stockpile. So I'm going to let that kind of ponder around in everybody's head for just a few minutes, because my next question is going to be a little different. It's the same idea, but different question. Okay, so say you collect all the ammo that you want. How do you store it? Do you store it in little boxes like this in a bag, which I do love these, I think they're NLN, NTN, NTM, MTM, I don't know. I think they're MTM cases, but pick them up for like $4 at, I don't know if you can get them at Walmart, but I get mine from Sports Authority here in Texas. But they keep everything very organized, keeps everything from falling apart. You get those boxes that after a while they just get old and start to fall apart. This can kind of prevent that. Although it is an expensive way to store it. You can pick up 5 or so boxes of these and get a big ammo case for the same price. So, do you store your ammo loose? Do you store it like that and very organized? Then do you store it in an ammo box like this, a more modern ammo box? Do you store it in an old 30 caliber ammo can, 50 cal ammo can? How do y'all store your ammo? For those of y'all who do have lots of ammo, um, I would like to get. My goal is to have at least 1,000 rounds of 223 and at least 750 rounds of 9mm. Um, and that's what I'm saying is the very, very least that I would like to have on hand at all times. Now, given that's not going to be something that happens overnight, it's going to be something that takes a lot of time. Because I don't know if anybody else has seen my other videos, but I'm just a college student. I go to school full time and I work full time. And I pay for my school as I go, so I don't have to take out any debt. And doing that keeps me from having a lot of extra spending money. So this is something that's going to have to be acquired over time. So, anyways, back to the rounds. What kind of rounds do you think are appropriate for storing for long periods of time? What do you think would come in more use? A full metal jacket versus a hollow point? How you store it? Would you store it in a older 30 cal or 50 cal ammo can, military ammo can, or would you store it in a more modern ammo box, such as the Plano case that I just showed you? Do you vacuum seal it? Now the 223s, I'm not really curious on if I know people. I can't. What are the stripper clips? I think is what they call them. They use stripper clips to store some 223s. I think that's a great idea, but then the question still becomes, how do you store it? Do you store it in a bandolier? Do you store it in a box? Do you store it in a bag? Do you keep the stripper clips separate? I've seen people say, yeah, I have stripper clips, but what I'll do is I'll stick them on the stripper clips and then I'll put them in the magazines. Well, that doesn't do you any good. You might as well just stick it straight in the magazine. So, do you carry magazines that are fully loaded? How, just either video responses or comments or PMs on how everybody handles their ammunition that they have on the side. All the ammunition that they keep for a rainy day, whether it's for people who just like to keep lots of ammunition for when they want to go target shoot, or people who are really the people who think the world's going to end sometime soon. I want to hear from everybody. So if you could just let me know as quickly as possible, that'd be fantastic. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, shoot me a comment or a PM down below. I'll get back to you as quick as possible. Thanks, guys.